Hello, guys. Welcome back to this is Pedro Perez. Just want to let you guys know I am going to be kicking off my little sports spaz here. I'm going to call it Famous Sports. So get ready to and get rolling. First thing I want to talk about is the crazy news that happened last night. The Porzingis and Knicks trade. That was absolutely crazy. Did not expect that. Just wanted to say that Kristaps Porzingis was in the right for this. This organization is terrible. It has been terrible for probably the better half of 2 decades, and that's unfair to him. But this does mean it clears room for Carmelo Anthony joining in 2019 or the end of 2019 season. I mean, the end of 2019-2020 season. Because now they're into free agency. Now they want to win. Carmelo Anthony could help them. Even if they want, they could bring him now, have him jack up a bunch of shots, and him not help the team get any wins, but puts up good numbers and makes them look good. So then for 2019, they continue to go along with him. But everything concerning the trade, it was an absolute slam dunk for the Mavericks. This puts them now into rarefied air because I feel like this puts them into the top six seeds of the Western Conference next year. For this year, because Porzingis will not be playing this year, so this probably doesn't do anything for this year. If anything, it really hurts them because losing DeAndre Jordan's defensive abilities and using Wesley Matthews' sharpshooting does hurt the team. Even though they did get Tim Hardaway Jr., they don't have a point guard now after Dennis Smith Jr.'s absence. So Luke Doncic will be playing that, which they don't have very much depth. But they did end up getting Courtney Lee, which I think is probably one of the biggest additions to this, other than the Kristaps Porzingis, obviously. Courtney Lee being a sharpshooter really helps this team out and really connects with the team. The Knicks, on the other hand, I think they did pretty well. Again, we won't know until the summer how good they do because $75 million is a lot of money, but we don't know where that's going to be allocated to and who's going to be receiving that money. I think Dennis Smith Jr. is a fine point guard, but I'd love to have seen him go into the Magic, a team that doesn't have any point guard or aren't looking for any point guards. With the Knicks, they're looking for Kyrie Irving and Kemba Walker. That's going to replace Dennis Smith Jr. He can now play shooting guard. We obviously saw with him and Luka Doncic it wasn't going to work out, and it was heading to a breakup as soon as they picked him. I knew it was obviously done with those two. That pairing wasn't going to work. Dennis Smith Jr. doesn't like giving up the ball, and Luka Doncic likes to hold the ball. So it really wasn't going to go well for them. They could be best friends, but at the end of the day, they knew that it wasn't going to work themselves. So the better option was to trade him. The Knicks were a bad option to trade him to because now if Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker comes in, he's automatically back to being on the bench. Doesn't help him at all. Doesn't help him develop. He's going to become an afterthought after this season. And honestly, this was terrible news for Frank Ntilikina, which means he's going to be probably out of the rotation and should be demanding a trade probably at this point already. So should DSJ, and so should Wesley Matthews. Both players that should be looking for buyouts right now. Give up half your salary, go to another team for the minimum, and just play it out, man. Play it out because honestly, you're gonna want to win. You're already old enough to be on your last legs here. For DeAndre Jordan, this is probably his. You're seeing his last 5 seasons play out. He needs to play for a contender if he wants to extend it. I was talking to my friend Devin yesterday, and he was talking about it, and he liked DeAndre Jordan. He said he's an all-star defensively, and offensively he can give you a lot of lobs and offensive rebounds. That would be true if he didn't, I feel, lose a step. He did feel like get slower. I did feel like his defense slipped a little bit, which is why his rebound numbers aren't as high, and his assists actually were pretty decent. If you watched on what he assisted on, he actually was a pretty decent assister. I just thought that it really wasn't helping to the fact that Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka Doncic weren't getting good connection out there, so they had to keep staggering it and then figure it out, and it was always hurting on DeAndre Jordan. The Knicks aren't going to help him either. It's terrible for DeAndre Jordan to go to the Knicks. He's going to get a buyout here. He should be looking towards the Lakers as a really big option. Toronto would love to have him there. Him and Serge would absolutely be monstrous on the boards. Another team should be the Thunder. The Thunder are a great organization. They've shown time and time again that they can always put together a good team. Sam Presti's a maestro. He should definitely be looking for DJ. I'm sorry. And the last team should be the team that I thought he should have gone to in the beginning was the Warriors. The Warriors make so much sense for him because they don't need him to really produce other than get rebounds and play defense. That's it. They have Boogie Cousins for offense. They put him in for defense, and you can put them both on the floor together if you don't want to put Draymond Green out there. If you want to put a big lineup, you can put a big lineup together. You couldn't before. Even with the addition of Boogie, you didn't have another player that could really play the power forward position pretty well. But now you do with DeMarcus Cousins slotting over there and putting DJ at the center position and having that center just be clogged with two huge, massive bodies that they're not gonna want. People aren't gonna want to go through in, game out. So definitely would be a good move for DJ and Wesley Matthews to leave. Wesley Matthews limits are very limited. I would say the Lakers back to maybe Portland, help out Charlotte. Maybe Detroit if him and Blake Griffin could get on a good page, good note here. Toronto could use him, but I really don't know why they would use him because Delion Wright is pretty much kind of does the same thing as him and much cheaper, obviously. But that's not going to be here nor there because he's going to be getting buyout, so he's going to be playing for a minimum. So not too much to worry about there. So yeah, for the next players, they pretty much just got DSJ, which he's a good player and all, but he wasn't worth what's given up. But the 2 first-round picks were definitely huge for the Knicks. The Knicks should be banking on those 2 first-round picks here, especially with Zion Williamson. Could be headed to New York here. He's the #1 overall prospect. I'll go over a mock draft here soon. I just wanted to wrap up what that trade was about. Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic, top 6 seed. DSJ, DJ, and Wesley Matthews going to the Knicks. Buyout options probably going to be sent away. Them to Dennis Smith Jr. is probably going to get sidelined after they get either Kemba Walker or Kyrie Irving. If they get needed, then he's really important. If not, if they do, then he's really not. So just wanted to go over this trade, and I wanted to make my first video about this trade in sports. Tomorrow I'll be putting, about 2 days I'll probably be putting out another video. It'll be about my mock draft and who I have going 1 through 14. I'm going to do lottery, and then I'm in another separate video. I'm going to do 15 through 30. So watch out for that, and have a nice day, guys. Like and subscribe.